6:52, and let's take a look at the top stories we are following as you head out the door.
A motorcyclist in serious condition this morning after losing control and wrecking his bike right in the middle of the road about 5 o'clock this morning on Highway 431 headed north from Owens Crossroads. Nobody else involved. Police had to shut down the road for a short time, but it is now back open.
Happening today, a formal grand opening for a new stretch of South Memorial Parkway in Huntsville between Marion and Weatherly Roads. The ribbon cutting is at 10 this morning, but don't get too excited quite yet because there is still plenty of construction taking place. And even though the entire project is ahead of schedule, the Department of Transportation doesn't have an official completion date. Happening today, the city of Fort Payne is going to be discussing ways to cut down on vandalism in park restrooms. They say it has become an issue in recent years. Council members have a work session tonight where they will discuss the prices of cameras for their parks.
Huntsville police still looking for the person involved in a shooting. Officers told Way 31 it happened Monday morning here on Atkins Drive, just off North Memorial Parkway. The victim shot in his foot, taken to the hospital. Police said while they have not made an arrest, they do have a person of interest.
A man arrested accused of trying to kidnap someone in Decatur. Cecil Evans is being held on $110,000 bond this morning in a Morgan County jail. Police say he robbed James Mason at gunpoint late Friday, then kidnapped him and forced him to give him a ride.
Take a look at the video. These are the people Huntsville police say are responsible for breaking into cars in Hampton Cove and Big Cove. They're hoping that you might recognize them. Police said in one case they stole a credit card. If you have any idea who they are, please call them. And if you live in those areas, please make sure your car is locked. Alyssa.
A jury selection is set to start today in the federal trial of Paul Manafort. That's President Trump's former campaign chairman. Prosecutors have 35 witnesses and hundreds of pieces of evidence. Manafort is accused of tax evasion and bank fraud. The trial, expected to start today, will be held in Virginia.
Number of dead in the wildfire raging in Northern California now stands at 6. As of this morning, 100,000 acres are still raging with that fire. It is the same size as the city of Denver. The fire is 23% contained.
School starting as early as tomorrow for some students, going to be opening over the next 2 weeks, and law enforcement plans to add extra patrols in school zones to make sure students are safe. We checked with the city of Huntsville. Speeding in a school zone and getting a ticket carries a $200 fine for your first offense, and after 4, you could even go to prison. Let's get a check of your traffic with Kate.
Now, one last update on your Way 31 real-time traffic alert. The wreck along 431 has since been cleared, and we don't have any new wrecks to report to you. No major slowdowns showing up around the Tennessee Valley. As we're looking at the storm tracker radar, I did want to get you out the door with an update on this because we do have rain in the forecast today. It's just not something that's shown up yet. We're going to have to wait for that rain to start to develop, really take shape this afternoon in the form of scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Widespread rain, though, even continuous at times. Once we get past sunset, we're talking 8 to 10 o'clock tonight. That's when we're going to start to hear the raindrops, especially for those locations along and east of I-65. 7-day forecast here. 85 degrees this afternoon, 84 for tomorrow and Thursday. Yes, there is a cold front moving through, but there's really not much cool air behind the front. It is going to shift the wind a little bit, so that's going to help in terms of how it feels. It's going to bring in a little bit drier air starting tomorrow. Today, though, 85, I know that seems cooler than yesterday by about 5 degrees, but with the moisture, don't be fooled. It's still going to be a very warm, muggy afternoon. Overall, a 60% chance of rain today, back down to 40% for tomorrow, diminishing to 30% by Saturday. And then as those storm chances lower, the temperatures increase back into the 90s this weekend.